Good morning, beautiful people. Last night is long night for me because I can't sleep too much. So this is my second day after my surgery. I can breathe. I think so. My nose is more swollen, but I can breathe. Today is my eye is purple. I don't have filters because I wanna you see my eye, because if you see this little hole, I think so the doctor use for, I don't know, for make the for clean my nose, I don't know, but now I order food for breakfast because I don't want to stay in the restaurant now. I'm very tired. I feel very tired. I need to sleep. I need rest. I can't talk too much, so only I make this video for you. Look at me, my recovery. So see you guys. This is my second day. Kisses. Oh, look at this. I see this in yesterday, but I don't show you. Oh my God, it's so purple. For this, my lips is very big. You see? But it's okay. See you guys.
Because you're sending so many questions and so many messages because you're very, very upset about my life and the decisions that we have made in our lives to get to this point. So anyways, Juan knew I was from Wyoming. I never hid that from him. We got together in 2020, and in 2022 he proposed. So 2 years later he proposed. I never hid the fact from him where I lived. He knew it was a small town. I had told him many times. We went to the Amazon in 2021 and he told me the only thing he needed in a town is a McDonald's. Guess what? We have that. He was not on the cruise at the time. He proposed in 2022, knowing my life. He knew I had kids. He knew I co-parented with my kids' father. He's a grown man. He made those decisions, decided to propose to me anyways, because that's what he wanted in his life. At this point, we started our K1 visa. Fast forward 8 months later, our visa has already been in there. Actually, fast forward 10 months later, we found out I was pregnant with David. Continuing on, so the plan, once we submitted a K1 visa and he came into the States, he had to forfeit his cruise visa. The second he came and got his K1 approved, his cruise visa was gone. He forfeited it in order to come to the States. So in order for him to go to the cruise in the first place, he cannot just go back to the cruise. He has to have a K1. He has to have not a K1. He has to have his green card. He either has to have a work permit or he has to go back to Colombia, reapply for a cruise visa, wait for the appointment at the embassy, and then go. The plan was always for him to come to Wyoming before David was ever in the picture. He proposed to me knowing that. And so that was always part of our plan. There's so many more conversations that Juan and I have had about the cruise that are in depth. You guys see minutes of a conversation that happens over hours. So just enjoy the show.
This is a good question. Normally, no. Normally, I'm not afraid because it's something I really want, and I'm excited and I'm thinking of the end results. I've been through it before. I would say the only time I was ever like a little worried or concerned was my last procedure in Turkey. And I was feeling that way because I was alone. Sarper wasn't with me. And it's a big procedure. It had to do with my whole upper face and eye area. And I mean, if that area gets messed up, you know, you can have a lot of problems that are irreversible. And also, I just like knew deep down I didn't really need that surgery. It was just something that I wanted. And, you know, oh my God, yes, of course, definitely. I mean, we're always aging. Even if you do things that slow down aging or reverse signs of aging, we continue to age, of course. So it's like a continual thing, and there's no one thing that you can do that's going to keep you from aging or, you know, help you stay looking young. It's always a multitude of things, a combination of things. So I use all of the right skincare products, super important ones are vitamin C every morning, retinol at night, LED therapy. You can see that I'm using this neck light by Zemetz here. I'll link it. And then monthly microneedling treatments. I'm about to do a laser treatment next week, I think it is. So, you know, it's always just staying on top of it and catching things when you first notice them, not letting them go too long before addressing them. For example, wrinkles, you know, if you start, you know what, I really do. I really love my new space. I feel like it's such a nice little escape for me. Even if I don't have clients, I come here and just spend time in this room because it's just such a zen environment. It's so beautiful. And, you know, I like to give Sarper space to do his comedy. Today he's working on his routine, and I like to get out of the house so that he can have that privacy. And I just don't know why I didn't do this sooner, because it's so great. And I think I got really comfortable in the live work space that I was in because it was ideal during COVID. But when COVID ended, you know, my clients were already used to it. I was used to it. So I just stayed. And when Sarper came to the US, of course, that wasn't it wasn't a good situation anymore. So I'm really glad that I made the move. It was like the best decision. So thanks to Sarper for pushing me in the
Hey everybody, I started a GoFundMe for my legal expenses. I'm trying to stay strong, trying to stay above water, but it's really hard. I lost another contract, another job. This is the 8th job I've lost in the last 2 years just from the slander, defamation, character, libel statements, these keyboard warriors that were relentless to reaching out to employments, a variety of reasons. It always comes down to you don't align with our mission statement, revision statement, or code of conduct. But I need to continue that fight, and I'm accruing a lot of legal expenses, and I want redemption. I want to be victorious, and please help me, okay? Trying to stay strong. I'm lining up other jobs, but with hospital compliance, that takes like 4 weeks before you're cleared again, and then you go through the same vicious cycle. So please support me. I want to keep my lawsuit going. I love you guys. Bye.
Workout. Sometimes I do the traditional gym thing. Sometimes I like to relieve my stress in different ways. You ready for an adventure? Come on board. You know, they say I'm crazy. I am crazy. There's no doubt about that. Am I a narcissist? Absolutely. Am I unhinged? Yes. But you know what, you keyboard warriors, trollers? Come into my world. Come into my space. Come hang out with me for the day. Because I don't think you will. But I have a special present for the people I love most. Moving mad. I love it, baby. I love it. I love it. Gotta get my hammer back. Let's go. For Sharp, thank you for making all my dreams come true. This is for you. This is what I think of you. Yeah! I love it! Oh, this is a hard one.
to get money. Anyway, so I went from not being able to do any of these things because I was always being criticized, like, oh, you're being so loud, just don't make noise, no, I don't want this part of my house, blah blah blah, on video, to being so fully supported. And how am I able to do all these things with Matilda? Let me show you how. So she's crying, I guess. Hi! I finished. What happened? She's mad?
In a bad mood.
She's in a bad mood?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm ready to take over.
I've waited 100 years, but I'd wait 1,000,000 more for you. Not
Glad I have her in my life, because today in the morning I had to deal with something that I've been going through for a while. You know, I've been having someone that's been stalking and harassing me for the longest, since January, and had some part of why I had my stroke. So I'm glad that I have her in my life, because as soon as I had to go to the court virtually, she literally jumped onto the bed and just sat there and watched everything, like, to be like, I'm here for you, mommy, like, don't worry, like, you know, because I didn't even say anything. I just logged in and she was right there, like, and she even warned me about this person. Like, she didn't even like the person when they met and everything, and that should have been a sign right there. So I so grateful for her. Like, she has literally changed my whole life. Like, I love her so much.